Hello everyone. For this video presentation for the course ECS 301, Introduction to Curriculum Theory and Practice, our group will be presenting on Essentialism Theory. That is an education philosophy which is currently one of the proposed theory we've been going through our course. So I will be the first speaker. My name is Epsilon Menui. Other speakers, the second speaker is Richard Kasingi. He will be analyzing the essential theory in relation to SBC, which are the reforms currently taking place in Papua New Guinea. Our third speaker is Leo Kigi. He will be discussing the application of essentialism theory in relation to the reforms currently being implemented by the Education of Papua New Guinea Department of Education. Our last speaker, Mr. Fabian Kopo, he will be concluding and summarizing our topic for this presentation. Before asking the second speaker to come and give his speech, I will just give a brief definition, setting the foundation of our presentation. Essentialism theory is a philosophy, is an educational philosophy that argues that schools should focus on teaching the traditional subjects, students of science, maths, social science. This theory, it's basically emphasize on honesty and of students and discipline. So without going any further, I will be asking our second speaker to come and elaborate on that. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to talk about the key principles of essentialism theory. According to Barclay W.C. 1938, essentialism theory in education is based on several key principles that emphasize the importance of traditional academic subjects and structural learning. However, there are five key principles of essentialism theory that I came up with, but I'm going to emphasize only on three principles. Number one is core subjects. Essentialism focuses on teaching core academic subjects such as mathematics, science, language arts, and social studies. These subjects are considered essential for intellectual development and equipping students with foundational knowledge. The second one is the knowledge and skills. The goal of essentialism is to impart essential knowledge and skills that are required for students' personal and intellectual growth. This includes critical thinking, problem solving, and communication skills. And the third one is teacher-centered approach. Essentialism places a strong emphasis on the role of teachers in the classroom. Teachers are seen as the authority figures who guide students in acquiring knowledge and skills through direct instruction. Moreover, essential theory in education emphasizes the teaching of core knowledge and skills that are considered essential for students' intellectual and personal development. Critically, this theory guides curriculum design by prioritizing subjects like mathematics, language arts, and focusing on direct instruction methods and high academic standards. Essential theory influences curriculum implementation by emphasizing the acquisition of essential knowledge and skills through traditional teaching methods and assessment. Therefore, in PNG, the theory of multiple intelligence can be used in standard based education, which is now SBE, to help teachers understand that students have different ways of learning. This means that teachers can create lessons that include activities that cater to different types of learners. For example, they can give students option to choose how they want to show what they have learned, such as through drawing, acting, writing, or speaking. By using of multiple intelligence in the SBC, teachers can make sure that all students' strengths and abilities are recognized and valued. This can lead to a more inclusive and engaging classroom environment where every student has the opportunity to learn in a way that works best for them. This can help students develop talents and skills in a way that suits them and make learning more enjoyable and effective. That's all, and I will hand it over to my counterpart to further elaborate on the other part.
As the third speaker, I am going to elaborate or talk about the application of the essentialism theory to SPC in PNG. The essentialism theory greatly influences the philosophy, structure, and the delivery of standard-based education or the standard-based curriculum in Papua New Guinea by focusing on essential knowledge and skills such as core subject emphasis. The curriculum focuses on subjects like mathematics and English to ensure students have a strong foundation for further learning. Standard mastery, standardized mastery. Students must pass specific tests like the graded national examination to show they understand important subjects before moving to the next level. Teacher-centered instruction. In classrooms, teachers lead discussions and provide direct instruction, making sure students learn the key ideas they need. Values and character development. Schools teach students about honesty and respect, helping them develop good character and positive behaviors. Our ways of life. The curriculum includes lessons about local cultures and traditions, allowing students to connect their education with their heritage and community. As enriched in PNG Constitution and the Matane Report 1986, which was entitled Education Philosophy, captures the five national goals and directive principles, which ensures that citizens of this country should be spiritually, socially, mentally, and physically fit in all aspects of life. The five national goals and directive principles from the Matane Report 1986, along with their examples, are 1. Integral human development. For example, schools promote participation in community activities and church events to enhance spiritual and social growth. 2. Quality, equality, and participation. For example, initiatives are taken to build schools in remote areas so that every child can learn. 3. National sovereignty and self-reliance. For example, teaching local farming techniques helps students understand and improve their own agricultural practices. 4. Unity in diversity. For example, schools organize cultural days to celebrate various ethnic groups within PNG, helping students learn about each other. And five is the sustainable development. For example, lessons on environmental conservation teach students how to protect their natural surroundings. However, the theory itself is some strengths and limitations that needs to be considered as well. The essentialism theory provides structure and discipline, however, limits creativity and critical thinking. The essentialism theory ensures mastery of basic skills, however, students may struggle in applying knowledge. The essentialism theory aligns with cultural respect for authority. However, reform efforts often clash with entrenched practices. And the last one is the essentialism theory prepares students for exams and formal employment. However, students can feel outdated in modern globalized economy. Thank you, and this is the application of the essentialism theory to SPC in PNG.
As the last and final speaker on this particular topic, which is, or the theory, which is essentialism theory. Okay, this essentialism theory was founded by Berkeley back in 1846 to 1974. Okay, and it emphasizes on encouraging teaching of students of course subjects such as maths, language, sciences and science, history and literature. Okay, our speakers have already presented the analysis of the theory, and they also emphasize on the application of the theory. Okay, for me, I will conclude and then give the recommendation of this particular theory, which is the essentialism theory. Since this particular theory, we since this particular theory, we try to implement this particular theory or embedded this theory into our education system. But this theory has some strengths and some limitations as well. And this theory provides structure and discipline, however, links creativity and critical thinking. Okay, and just mastery of basic skills. Our students may struggle in applying knowledge. It aligns with cultural respect for authority. However, reform efforts often clash with entrenched practices. Prepare students for exams and formal employment, however, can feel outdated in modern globalized economy. To conclude, essentialism theory aligns with SBC curriculum in a sense that it emphasizes teaching of core subjects together with instilling discipline and encouraging our traditional knowledge into this curriculum. Moreover, or to recommend essential theory, emphasis on key educational philosophies that PNC education system has embarked on, which is aligned with Vision 2050 and Matana Report 1986, which is philosophy of education. I think that's all. Thank you for watching.